Good morning, everyone. We are so happy that you have joined us. Come on in. We're going to get started right at 8 o'clock. I'm going to start the presentation right at 8, but we'll give everybody a few minutes. I saw some people in the waiting room, so we're glad everybody's here. We're going to do a couple announcements at the beginning, and then we'll let Todd get started with the presentation. Today is My.Ruud.com. Specifically tailored to My.Ruud University, which I'm sure you guys will be excited to see. So just give us a couple minutes and then we'll get started. Morning, everyone. Morning, morning, morning. Come on in. We're going to get started right at 8 o'clock, which is about 1 minute away. We'll start with a couple announcements and then we'll get started on this version of MasterMyRuud.com, Ruud University Edition. So 1 more minute and we will get started with announcements. We're glad you're joining us this morning. Okay, it's 8 o'clock, so we're going to get started with the announcements as everybody trickles on in. So as I said, my name is Heather Anaspigian. I'm the Director of Marketing here at Tropic Supply. We are very happy to welcome you into this presentation. The one, the only Todd Sutherland will again be hosting this edition of MasterMyRuud.com, Ruud University Edition. But before he gets started, we are going to go through a couple quick announcements. Just want to remind everybody that we have a wide variety of training going on in the fall. You can access all of these trainings at tropicsupply.com/events calendar. We have refrigeration training sponsored by HTPG, aka Russell. And that is occurring this week and next month. And then we also have our A2L classes, which are going to get started, I can't believe, next week already. So we did a series of these in the spring to kind of get everybody ready for the A2L transition. And now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of what that sensor looks like on the Ruud systems and how it works, and installation best practices for that A2L equipment that we now have in stock actually here at Tropic Supply. So make sure you go to tropicsupply.com events calendar and register. These classes are all free of charge to attend. However, you must be registered. We are doing morning and afternoon classes in most locations. And if you find yourself, when you register, it says that the class is full, don't worry, send an email to marketing@tropicsupply.com. We make confirmation calls the night before trainings begin. And a lot of times people have changed their plans or their days get busy and we have openings. So just make sure you send your name, your email, your phone number, and your company name to marketing@tropicsupply.com, and we'll put you on the waiting list and let you know the night before training gets started if we can squeeze you in or not. And we'll do our best to do so. As you remember, we had Hurricane Milton that kind of moved this Design Start class to the end of the series, and session number 2 is now going to be on December 4th. If you registered for that class, then you would have automatically been re-enrolled into the class on December 4th. If you have not yet registered for Design Start, highly recommend that you do so. It's a great class, Manual J class for some Design Star software that everybody that has a My.Ruud login has access to. And Todd will be going over that in detail on December 4th. So make sure you register for that one. And then just some housekeeping items. All of you are on mute during the presentation. However, type your questions using the chat function, and I will interrupt Todd when it's appropriate to ask those questions so we get everybody's questions answered. There are prizes at the end for people that answer trivia questions correctly, so take good notes. We will also be sending you a link to the recording after this session, and you are going to get a survey request. We highly recommend that you complete that so Todd can continually improve the training that he's providing. We'll also put that QR code for the training up on the screen at the end so you can give us your feedback. And then another shameless plug for our Todd Talks. So Todd Sutherland, the guy that's doing the training today, also has a playlist on our YouTube channel where he is reviewing a lot of the products that Tropic Supply stocks, giving you tips and tricks and techniques and all kinds of good stuff on some of the latest innovations in HVAC technology. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out his specific playlist. There is also a playlist for these webinars, so you can also view those the recordings for previous classes on the playlist for My.Ruud.com. So I'm going to stop sharing and we are going to get started. Todd, it is all you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Give me just a second to start sharing my screen here. All righty, and let's get rid of that. Okay, everybody should be seeing the My.Ruud, or excuse me, Ruud University page. All right, so just like my past videos, we are going to typically start from top to bottom, left to right. Before I get into that, though, there's a couple different ways that you can get to Ruud University. You can either access it through My.Ruud by going to the education tab in My.Ruud.com and clicking the link and it'll bring you into it. Or you can simply type in your browser window www.ruuduniversity.com. And when you get to that page, don't be dissuaded by the fact that you may see a Ream logo on here. It's just telling you that it's in the Ream portal. But as you can see, you'll be logging into the Ruud University page. And we will just go ahead and do that now. Your login for the Ruud University page is going to be the same login that you use for My.Ruud.com. If you do not have a username and password for My.Ruud.com, or you want to add employees to your My.Ruud page, simply send an email to marketing@tropicsupply.com. And we can add as many people as you want to this. And some owners of companies don't necessarily want to give access to all sections of My.Ruud, and we can certainly help with that. But you can direct your employees to go to ruuduniversity.com without having to go through My.Ruud and use that username and password to come into the program. Okay, so this is your home button, obviously, and then you have a search button in this little hamburger menu here that will take you to some of the different options that we're going to cover. But we'll start right over here with My Training. And when you click on My Training, this is kind of like your dashboard. It's going to show what programs in here or what courses that you've taken in here, how many hours you've earned, what the cost is, because there is a cost to some of these training modules that are in here. And you'll see here, you can set up a bio about yourself, fill this information out in here. This is your transcript that we just went over. And under here in actions, it's just showing any open curriculums that you have listed in here. Let's go back to the home page. Okay, my completions, this is going to show any courses that you've completed. This particular login that I'm in here, and the reason it's not showing any of the classes that I've done is because we wanted to set one up as to what you would see as a contractor. So this is like my first login to Ruud University as Todd's Air Conditioning, so you see the contractor view. When I log into mine, there's hours listed here and all the classes and completion dates that I've taken. Browse for training, you can do that, but we're going to do that down here, so I'll skip through that. And then you can also search for anything. For example, you could type in here heat pumps, do a search for it, and it's going to show some classes that are available on heat pumps. And we're going to kind of dive into that a little bit deeper in a different way. All right, so we're just going to kind of slide right down here into browse for training. You have 4 basic sections of training. You have sales, technical, graduate studies, business practices, and tools. Okay. Even though there's training classes in here for sales and graduate studies, the primary purpose of Ruud University is to train contractors and technicians on the Ruud product and HVAC skills. But there is a section in here for your sales reps out there, your territory managers, your sales guys, and also a section on graduate studies, which is a lot of business training, and we'll cover all of that. We'll start right in here in sales. Now, what you're going to see in here is Sales Octane. This is also an app that you can download through your iStore or your Google Play Store. It's called Sales Octane. It's a free program that you can download. And what you have in there is all of these, I mean, there's hundreds of these small short videos that go through all aspects for a sales guy. And there's a bunch of additional ones on there. And as you can see, there's more than 5 pages of these. Okay. So all you do is, let's see, let's pick one here. Preparation to ask for referrals. It's going to pop up a little video. These are all free. You simply hit the launch button. Come on. There we go. It popped up in a set. Are you seeing the video, Heather?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, thanks so much for your order and your confidence in our company. It means a lot to me. Yes, we're excited about using your product and service. And I'm going to make sure that everything goes 100% as planned. That sounds great. And instantly, once everything's done and you're 100% satisfied, I'm going to circle back around and ask if you'd be willing to be a reference for me. How does that sound? That sounds fine. I'd be more than happy to do that for you. Well, that's fantastic. I tell you what, this has been great. What are your plans for the weekend? I'll be at lacrosse games all weekend. I'm the treasurer of the league, so that keeps me pretty busy. Oh my gosh, it sounds like a lot of activity. But yes, as a matter of fact, between that and the nonprofit board I'm on, there is very little downtime.
Okay, I'm not going to continue to play that. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what's available through that portal. They're all short 5 to 8 minute videos. He does a little role play like that, and then he talks about why he did it the way he did. And as you can see, there's just a wealth of information there available, all kinds of different subjects that are available. Highly recommend you go through these. These are great for your guys that are out there selling the equipment. And they're not necessarily just for your salespeople. So I know a lot of us have service techs or preventative maintenance guys that are going out in the field that may be doing your selling as well. These are great for them. And you see, you even have service call training in here. So by all means, browse through these and look at all the training that's available on that. Those are one of my favorite things. I keep that on my phone and I pop through those videos quite a bit. So something that I know most of you are interested is the technical section. On the technical session, you can see there's 237 different technical classes. You can search for what you're looking for. Now, some of these are going to be plumbing related. So there will be some plumbing related videos in here, but there's everything in here from commercial to residential. You can filter it by duration. by type, by modality, by subject, rating, so on and so forth. So let's just go into subject. We'll jump down here to heat pumps. If you haven't told already, I'm in a heat pump market. So, and as you come down here, we won't select a rating. Let's see. Let's see, we'll pick residential too. And we'll pick service. Okay. And as you can see, these are changing as we select those different options. Here, we'll pick one, HVAC 101. You'll come in here and you can go ahead and request this. And then open the curriculum. And it's going to show you all the, so you'll typically go step by step through these. So as you can see, a lot of these classes in here are free. And you would just go through each one of these modules. And as you go through each one of these modules, when you come back to your home page and you come into here to your dashboard, it's going to show what you've done in here. Now it's not showing anything now because we didn't complete those classes there. Okay. Go under actions. And it's showing the ones that I've selected. Okay, so you can come back in here and finish those up at a later date. Okay. Now I want to show you when you're in here. Let's see if I can find one. Let's see, a lot of these shorter ones. We'll talk about interplay in a minute. Let's see. Of course, it's not going to show me one that. Okay, here's perfect. So if we come into fan coil unit troubleshooting, you'll see there's a $5 charge for that. Okay, now a lot of these are going to be I don't think there's a single class in here that's more than $25. Everything's going to be $25 or below. Once you've selected it, it's in there for you to watch as many times as you want. You don't have to pay for it each time you want to watch it. So sometimes what owners of the company will do is they'll go ahead and pay for the class on their computer and then let all their employees watch it at different times through their login. That's fine to do. Just keep in mind that only you will get credit for the class and not each employee. So just keep that in mind. Now, another section that we have in here is graduate studies. Now, graduate studies are more business-related courses. Excuse me. You click in here, you'll see there's 85 plus hours of curriculum in here. There's a $50 charge for this unless you're a pro partner. If you're a pro partner, all 85 classes under graduate studies is available to you at no charge. Okay, there's actually 209 trainings, 85 hours, excuse me, 209 trainings. And you can see it's all about budgeting, managing, conducting interviews, financial ratios, interviewing checklist, leadership sins. There's just a bunch of stuff, personal development. There's a whole section on personal development, on Microsoft 365 Teams. There's a whole section on sales, a section on marketing. So as you can see, this result revolves more around the business side of Ruud University. Customer service. This is an important one. Telephone doctor customer service. This is one of my biggest pet peeves is the first person that is the face of your company when a homeowner calls into your company is the person that answers the phone. And it oftentimes is the person that we spend the least amount of time training. So if anything, this is an excellent section here on teaching the person answering the phone how to answer that phone properly to retain more sales instead of just answering the phone with a standard greeting and answering the phone with what's your phone number, what's your address. This goes a lot into how to employ empathy into the phone call, how to secure that call, the attitude, so on and so forth. So I highly recommend that section. And then a whole section on communication that includes email etiquette, responding to bad reviews, business practices, IT, safety. So you can see this is a huge, huge section, and then sustainability. Okay, this is an excellent section. As I said, it's free of charge for Ruud Pro partners, the entire section. And then we will move into business practices and tools. This is something new from Ruud. Let me jump over here for just a second. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to look at something over here. This is a new section in Ruud University that's available to you. It's call center training if you have a call center set up, or it's good practice for people that are just answering the phones in your regular section here. $385 for that. I don't know if there's going to be a discount on this next year for Ruud Pro partners. This is a new curriculum for them. So I don't know if that's going to be available, but again, there's 28 trainings through here, and this is through an outside group. Everything else we've looked at prior to this is basically put together by Ruud, and these are through an outside group on this here as well. Then you also have EGIA. This is new, and most of this, even though this is free training here as well. There's 56 trainings. If you're not familiar with EGIA, it's the Electric Gas Industries Association. It's a very expensive organization to join to get this type of training, and it is excellent, excellent training. It's put together by Gary Elks. I can't think of the other gentleman's name. Oh, Heather, help me out.
Weldon Long.
Thank you. Weldon Long. They do some excellent, excellent business training on all aspects of HVAC business. Everything from how to properly put together your tax information, to how to put together a profit and loss statement, to how to properly price out jobs, to how to accurately look at labor, to how to separate your company from installation and service when you're putting your profit and loss statements together. Everything in here. These are excellent. All you have to do is request. And then open the curriculum. And these are all available at no charge. And this is probably some of the best training that you'll access on this site. I'm so happy that they've partnered with them. It's just excellent. You can jump to the different sections here and complete all that training as you want to. But this is a very, very good section of this.
You know, I noticed that Wade's on this call. Wade, if you know if that Vital 10 training is conducted by Vital Storm, if you could confirm that or let us know, because I know that Vital Storm is training that I have personally gone through. And if it's any way connected, that is an excellent training for anybody that's answering the phone. It's excellent, excellent, excellent. And I know that you can buy coaching through them as well, but if it's through that organization, do not miss that training.
Excellent. Okay, then down here, we have featured trainings. We have the Interplay Pass. Now, unfortunately, in this login, I'm not going to be able to go deep into the Interplay Pass, but there are 232 trainings on here. As you can see, there's a cost of $440. This is a interactive training session. You see it uses 3D simulations and VR technology. So you are required to use an Oculus VR headset if you want to do the virtual reality, and that's something you would have to purchase on your own. but you can use you don't have to, excuse me, you don't have to use the virtual reality headset in order to do these classes. If you are a Ruud Pro partner, these classes are free to you. You get 5 passes, so you can you can assign up to 5 different people in your company to use the Interplay passing. And we'll browse through a few of these trainings here. These are just EPA certifications that are available. Commercial HVAC. As we get down here, you have electrical. The electrical one's really cool when you go into AC power or the low voltage training, the motor lab. On the virtual reality, you're actually holding a meter in your hand and you're touching different points on there to take different tests. It'll walk you through troubleshooting low voltage and high voltage. It's really, really neat. And even if you're not using the virtual reality headset, you're still going to be using your mouse to move the meter around to different touch points. And it's a great way for diagnosing circuits, teaching some new guys in the system that in your company that may not be as well versed in the electrical side of our industry. This is one that I often recommend. Believe it or not, there are quite a few technicians out there that only know the basics of their multimeter. So this is an excellent online training here on how to use your multimeter. And then you come into HVAC systems. I highly recommend the airflow testing procedure one. That's a great class. The subcooling and superheat one is a good class. Comfort and airflow and comfort and humidity. Those are all good classes. All the classes in here are great. Everything through Interplay learning is excellent. I recommend these gas furnace ones. I'm not well versed in gas furnace, so these would be good courses to take as well. And as you can see, it's just a wealth of information that's available through here. Go further down. This is a plumbing section that doesn't interest me. You even have a refrigeration section for those of you that are HVAC and refrigeration, and then safety. So, and if you have any questions on what it takes to become a Ruud Pro partner and get these added value into there, simply reach out to your HVAC consultant. If you don't have a consultant that calls on you on a regular basis, then by all means, just reach out to the branch or reach out to marketing@tropicsupply.com, and we'll certainly have somebody get in touch with you on that. We love Ruud Pro partners. All right, last but not least, we have HVAC no zone. These are research. They've changed this again. Okay, I apologize for that. Normally there was an A2L. Is it on here and I'm just missing it? Okay, here it is. All right, so A2L steps to success. It's because it must be because I've already opened it. When you log in here the first time, just like you have these two here, you'll see another one of these down here that says A2L steps to success. As we all know, come January 1st, 2025, we're converting to A2L refrigerants. This curriculum here follows the curriculum that we taught earlier in the year. You hit launch on this.
Okay, Todd.
Yes.
Just to not correct you, but January 1st, 2026 is the official conversion. We have all the way through next year to sell 410A.
Yes. Yes.
I don't want anybody panicking.
No.
We're converting on January 1 in 3 months.
The new rule, the new rule goes into effect January 1st, 2025. But yes, we're going to be able to continue to sell the 410A for at least one more year. And it's different for different types of equipment, but yes. So I highly recommend you go to our A2L training that we have coming up in the next few weeks. But earlier in the year, we conducted some A2L training as well. This video covers a lot of that. As you can see, it's a 2-hour training that will go through a lot of that. And then you have your steps to the key takeaways, and then there's a quiz that you can take as well. Now, something that I failed to mention earlier, as a Ruud Pro partner, part of your obligation as a Ruud Pro partner is to have 10 hours of continuing education throughout the year that you're a pro partner in order to continue that pro partnership. All the classes that you take through Ruud University go towards that 10-hour. Okay. So anything that you do in here will follow towards that 10 hours of continuing education in there. And last but not least, these resources that are listed here. This is your Interplay Oculus setup for the Oculus headset. That's a headset made by Meta, the Oculus Rift and the Oculus 2, I think it is. But you can go in here to set that up. I'm not familiar with that. I haven't done it yet. But we can certainly get you help if you have one of those that you want to get set up in here. Some of the other things is this HVAC no zone. This is something that you need to be aware of. I'm finding that a lot of people well, it should be a Ruud logo there, Wade, but either way, let me just get down here. Your tax credits. This is something that's being underutilized right now. There are tax credits available, and we have quite a bit of equipment that qualifies for those tax credits. So take the time to look through this. These pages are constantly being updated. You can see you got a 2025 section on what's coming up with the A2L changes. So that's something I highly recommend that you take a look at as well. The Pro Partner Dashboard and the NATE training that's available. A lot of the classes that you will do through Tropic Supply are available for NATE credits. But Ruud is opening up a section where they're actually going to start doing NATE training. And they have training specific to NATE, people who already have NATE certification that want to get their continuing education through that as well. Heather, that is the end of it for me. They're changing this. I apologize. This Ruud University page is being updated. There's going to be newer and better things coming in 2025 on this. So I apologize for the limited amount of subjects that we could go into. I'll tell you what I can do. Let me see if I can. Go back to. Okay, this is my regular account. You can see it's a little different. I don't know if it'll let me access any additional classes in here.
All right, we have a question. If I am not an AC contractor, could I get into the Ruud University? So you have to have a My.Ruud login, which would require you to have a CAC or CMC license and an account with us. I don't think there is a way to grant access if you're not part of the My.Ruud system.
Let's see if I can get.
And Robert, I see your question. In the chat box, let me know if you're getting our emails, because we send out emails for all these trainings. So let us know if you are getting the emails that we send out weekly.
Nah, so they've changed this. I had an open pass on the Interplay so we could demo some of this. But as they're revamping the page, that's changed, so I can't go in there. Interplay Learning is really, really cool. It's a neat 3D virtual reality simulations. You'll like it. You'll like it a lot when you can access that. But are there any other questions on this? Again, it's a wealth of training available, a lot of free classes. There are a lot of classes that you have to pay for, but there's a lot of free classes available to you. Pretty much everything in the sales section is at no charge. A lot of the business practices tools, even in the technical section, there's free classes that are available. Graduate studies, all those classes are available for free for Ruud Pro partners. So there's just a bunch of stuff available in there. And then as I said up here, you can search for anything that you're looking for, just by simply going to see if they have a specific class to it. And then just add it to the cart and go on. So
Yeah, we recommend that you guys try it out. All of you that already have a My.Ruud login, go on in and pick a class and let us know what you think. Would love feedback on that as they continue to revamp. And as soon as we have the details for the 2025 Pro Partner Program, we'll know more about what potentially could be added this year going into 2025. Maybe some of these, maybe all of those classes that Todd previewed would be included in the membership, the Pro Partnership. So we'll keep you posted as soon as we know anything. Does anybody have any questions? Any other questions for Todd? This is
before I-
one that you can go and try. Go play around and try in it, see what you think.
Yes, and if you run into anything that you have any questions on, at the end of each of these classes, you'll be able to, and a lot of them anyways, I hope they're keeping this the same way, but you're usually able to print out a certificate of completion. So this is a great way if you've got employees that you want to incentivize for raises or anything like that. You can go in here and outline a course that you want them to go through or have classes to take and have them turn in a completion certificate in order, to help with their raise or what have you there, or any other way that you want to incentivize employees.
All right, no more questions here. If you want to stop sharing, I'll share. And we will, let's see, let me get my. All right, so this is the part of the presentation where we're gonna do prizes. Prizes, prizes, prizes. So a few reminders on the prizes. Number one, to make it so everyone has a chance to win a Ruud Richardson hat. If you've already won, you can still participate, but we're not going to call you as a winner. And Bielka's got a list of the previous winners from this series of webinars. And then remember, it's always going to be the first person on our screen that we see answer. So even though on your screen it might look like you're first, it doesn't look that way on our side all the time. So don't think that we're playing favorites here, because that's not how we roll. And I am not going to read the questions. All you're going to do in the chat box, and Bielka's watching the chat, is type the letter A, B, C, or D. All right, are we ready? Does everybody have
Heather,
their? Yes.
can I just interject really quickly?
Yeah.
Could we have that survey code up so they can
I'm going to
do?
do that at the end. I've got
Oh,
it at
okay,
the end.
cool, cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're going to play
okay.
the game, and then at the very end, I'll put the QR code. All right, on your mark, get set, let's go. Question number one. And Vielka, I cannot see the chat for whatever reason, so I'm relying on you.
Okay. Okay, we have a winner for question 1, and it is Louis Lanes.
Nice. I know, I see
Hi,
Rose
Rose
first.
Parker.
Rose is always first, and I love that she participates, but I know she's already won. But
Yes.
bragging points for you, Rose.
Yes. So before we move on, the primary purpose of Ruud University is, the answer is C, to train contractors and technicians on Ruud products and HVAC skills.
Very good. And Lewis is from Duke Energy. Welcome, Lewis. All right, awesome. All right, question number 2. Here we go.
How does Ruud University help contractors stay current with A2L refrigerants? Lewis, you can only win once, my
I know,
friend.
but thank you for participating.
And Rose has got okay, come on, where is everyone else? Where is everyone else? What's the answer to this one? There you go, Dan.
Dan V is the winner of question number 2.
Winner, winner,
Please
chicken
send your
dinner.
email.
That's awesome.
Yes, the answer to that one is A, by offering courses on safe handling and installation practices.
All right, and the final question. Yeah, Dan, send us your email in the chat so we can give you your choices. There's choices. On the mark, get set. Here we go. Number 3.
One benefit of Ruud University for contractors is
Oh, come on. You guys got this.
come on, there's
Uh, uh.
I'm
Well, we
showing
got a winner. Chicken dinner.
Mm-mm.
Steve Hunter.
Steve Hunter. Well
yes,
done, Steve Hunter. That's
enhanced. Yes, the answer is B, enhanced technical knowledge on Ruud products, improving installation efficiency.
nice. All right. So, as promised, we would love to get your feedback on this class. So here's a QR code. If you take a picture of this code and hover over it using your camera, it's going to take you to a link. The survey will take you no more than 3 minutes. If you would kindly take the time to do that right now, we would really love your feedback. And just as a reminder, the next time we're all getting together is December 4th for the final installation of MasterMyRuud.com. And that topic will be Design Star.
Yes, and if you're not aware, Design Star is Wright's Off Manual J that is private labeled for Ruud. That's going to definitely take the full hour that we have scheduled for the class. We're going to be going through step by step on how to set it up, how to do a load calculation, and everything that's available through that. It's a very intensive class. If it's a class that anybody here is planning on attending, I highly recommend you go to the Design Star section of myruud.com. There are some videos that would be helpful if you watched ahead of time. You don't have to. We're going to be going through most of that, but there's some very helpful videos in there that I would encourage you to watch through before you attend the class if you have the time.
All right, you guys, thank you again for joining us. We love spending time with you on Wednesday afternoons. I know Todd loves sharing the knowledge that's in his head. And we hope you find it helpful too. Would love for you guys to let us know if you tried out any of the training classes and just send us an email at marketing@tropicsupply.com. As a last minute thing, I'm going to say anybody who sends me some feedback on a class that they completed, there will be a prize for you. So send an email to marketing@tropicsupply.com with a copy of the certificate of the class that you attended, and I will make sure to send you something super awesome. All right, so I just want to give you guys some incentive to go ahead and get in there and try a class. Any other questions before we let you guys go? In the chat box, feel free to let us know if there's anything else you'd like to see. Anything? Bueller?
Yeah, any upcoming classes or anything you guys want a class on, let me know.
Yeah, you can also submit those in the chat box. Any other classes that you guys would like to teach? And I know in the fall, we're going to be focusing heavily on A2L since we have that product in the house now. But we always do trainings January, February, March as well in the shoulder season. So we have not set that schedule in stone yet. So if there's anything else that you guys want us to cover, we can do it via webinar and or in person. So throw those in the chat. So Rose says, I missed the first 5 minutes or so. When I click into the Ruud University, it does not take me to the same screen he had. It says it could take up to 6 hours to load.
No, don't click on that, whatever you're in. I'm not sure what that is. You should, let me see.
Yes, Robert, tropicsupply.com and then /events calendar, all one word. Or you can
That's
go to
the
tropicsupply.com and click on the events calendar tab on the right, upper right.
that's the link there, www.ruuduniversity.com. Or let me do this real quick. I'm going to share my screen again.
I was going to let her raise her screen. Let me see. She wanted to share. I don't know if I can let her do that. Rose, you can also send me a screenshot to my email. Just send it to me directly. And I'll see if there's something going on.
I'm gonna share my screen for a second here. If we go to my.ruud.com and log into, when you're in the My.Ruud portal, you can come up here to education. And it should take you right into this page. And then you'll click this button here. And it should take you right into there.
Try going in that way. Correct. When I click that login there, did you try to go in through My.Ruud? Oh, you don't get that page. Did you try to go into My.Ruud? Yes. Okay, okay, Robert. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. He's saying can't get the Tropic Supply page to load. It's loading good for me. Let me just check. Yep, it's loading good for me. Try to use Google when you're using the Tropic Supply website. I don't know what browser you have.
Yes, and was that Rose that was having problems?
Yeah.
That may be, are you using Safari by any chance?
Everyone else who does not have any other questions, you guys are obviously free to go. I'm using
Yeah,
Edge.
yeah. So Edge and Safari will sometimes have problems with Ruud University. Sorry, I didn't mention that earlier because it's been a while since I've used those. I'm able to access it on Safari on my iPad, but Edge is often one for whatever reason has some difficulty. Try using Google Chrome and see if you have the same issue.
Yeah, Robert, for you too. Try to use Google Chrome to get into the Tropic Supply website. All right, Rose, you can send me an email. I'll work with you offline. And Robert, you as well. If you want to send us an email to marketing@tropicsupply.com if you still have problems.
Yes,
Okay,
we'll get it resolved one way or the other.
we will. We will help you out. Don't worry. All right, I'm going to end the webinar. Thank you everyone for joining. See you next time.